Hey, 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 yo, everyone. It is time for Top Decks. I am Kai, and with me, there is no one, because Kelvin is stuck home. Probably just watching videos, right? Probably watching YouTube. Well, I thought would be teamed up again, you know, because lockdown was only supposed to last a month. But as you might know, it's been longer than a month, and I don't know, we're probably not going to see him anymore, you know, at least maybe to the end of year. Just, that's how life is, alright, that's how life is. So if you really want to see Kelvin, just post it in comments below and he will read them and maybe he will pop up somehow. We'll try and make something happen. But yeah, it looks like it's gonna be me gonna be solo for a bit. So yeah, that's kind of how it goes. This week on Top Decks, we are actually seeing some kind of meta shifts. Alright, I talked about it on Monday. There was some Monster Strike meta shifts. I think we're gonna see it way more apparent in this week's local results, and I will definitely point it out to you. As usual, right? Since all the formats are merged, we're just dumping everything together. But if you posted with the VG Top Decks hashtag, as always, you're at the end of each section. And generally, we will start skipping quickly through each sections until the VG Top Deck, so you will definitely be featured, right? Unless I missed you, which happens, because Twitter's kind of like that, you know? It happens. Twitter just misses random hashtags, especially for some Singaporean people. I think it does, I don't know, it just doesn't turn up. So if I missed you, also, like, let me know in the comments something, or ping me, or tag me, and I will set you up for next week. I'll like put it in my diary, set you off for next week so we don't forget. Alright, so let's get started. We always start off with the metas now. Alright, since set 2 we saw so much Bruce, we saw so many Bastions, like all the Bs, right? They go first because we just want to get through them really quickly. We're starting off with Bruce. List pretty much figured out. I don't know why I have Pepper just sitting on my desk randomly, and Salt. I guess weird. Yeah, this is all pretty much figured out. So we can go through this very quickly. This Bruce list, although it did kind of go back, we saw a lot of draws before. This one is running no draws. He's just running crits and fronts, right? This was like the OG kind of list, but like even with 4 Edens, wow, even heavy Eden builds. The later list we just don't see anymore. But you know, it's like a circle. Things just go back and forth, right? Next we have a yeah, this is kind of, this is a crit, right? No? Or is it draw? I can't really see. It's a bit too small, right? I think this is crits, right? Crits in fronts are back in fashion. What about this one? You know, cool. This is draws and crits. The rainbow build. Rainbow build, I think, is the one that we see the most, right? Versus like 7 draws. 7 draws is the super excessive one. This is the rainbow build as well. Yeah, nothing really too special. 2 Edens. Very standard list. I don't know, what is this new PR? This is a crit in front, so back to crit in front. Only, oh, like even 4/4. The 4/4 is not something we see regularly anymore, right? It is usually 4 Leonard and like less than 4 Edens. We've seen like 3 Edens or 2 Edens. We've seen like no Edens. I think like in the first week we saw like 0 Edens, and then every 2 weeks we see 1 more Eden go back into the deck. Until now, maybe it's 4, right? Maybe 4 is the meta play now. Maybe they figure something out. Yeah, another 4 Eden build. Local 4 Eden build is looks like it's very popular. The high tournaments, of course, we saw something like 2 and 3s. But also in high tournaments, we see like no Valientes, right? But we see like multiple Valientes in Nirvana, in locals. So yeah. This one's got Colossus. So Colossi build with no Edens, it seems. 2 Eden, yeah, cool, good old, very bling, 1 Mabel, very sick. And then this one is rainbow build, all right. And then is this rainbow? Yes, it is rainbow. Okay, cool. All right, so I think we're getting to the video. Yeah, rainbow build, cool. All right, very standard. So this is Neil. He's back, but ooh, what's going on here, man? Where's your Baromagnes list? Why are you playing Leonard? This is Neil from WFC. Deuce Remote Fight Server Tournament, got 3rd after getting sacked by Nirvana in round 1, went 2nd in all my rounds. Well, at least you picked the correct deck to go 2nd with. Because, you know, Bruce Can go pretty well. Going second, he's even got a Dudley Emperor. Look at this, Dudley Emperor on his mobile phone. He's running 2 20k orders, which is also like some sneaky tech that we've been seeing recently. You know, some decks just cut some slots to run just more shield, right? You know, you want your fronts with 20k, you want some extra 20k shield, because that's the only way you're guarding those big numbers. And you kind of sacrifice some Hellblast for that, like 1 Hellblast, or even more if you want to. You can start sacrificing Eden slots. But he decided to keep with 2 and go with 3 Hellblast. So overall, pretty good job. Good job, man. And then the next VG top decks, we have Derek Dow, the Derek Dow. All right, he managed to acquire this very, very high-low SP build. Look at this, four of this. Wow, dude, how much money do you have? Send some my way, man. Send some my way, buddy. Yeah, Good Games Morley Tournament. First place, Derek Dow with Bruce. Second was Brendan Atkinson with Overlord. Third was Jonathan Skit with Bruce. And fourth was Raiden Taylor with Hexaorb. Alright, so pretty cool. Pretty cool. And he's running a 3 Eden build. It's very... I want to just see how Derek builds these lists, because I want to net deck them. He definitely knows what's going on. He did pretty well with Bruce, with like season 1 Bruce. Now it's broken season 2 Bruce. So let's see if there's any innovations on this end going in the future, right? Because I think this looks like a pretty standard list already. Let's look at some second list. So second list to Brendan Overlord, not Brendan Overlord, Brendan Atkinson playing Overlord. This is a very standard build, I guess. You know, Tension Stand, you know, Reno is people ask why people run Reno, and that is because you can push with Reno. It is an AK booster, it is a 10k attacker. Hits good numbers, put it down early, move it to the back later, and you've basically, you know, one thing with the Overlord list is that you look at the grade 2 slots here, right? You have 4/4, and that is basically all your grade 2s. But you actually only have 4/3, because one of them is using the Rye Chain. So you have not really many good attackers unless you run like the 15k beater. So you can run something like a Reno, which serves as a good booster when you need it, but then can serve as a 10k attacker when you want it to be as well. So like a multi-figure role. So when you look at this now, you have 7 grade 2s and then plus 2k or more attackers. That's a pretty nice front row slots, right? That's pretty nice front row slots. Of course, you have other cards that can hit like bigger numbers, like, you know, Bar can hit 13. But, you know, you kind of want to leave Bar the kind of the back usually, and then just profit off the power every turn with a Bar, right? Rather than move it to the front and let it get attacked. So that is why you run the Renos, and it's good, it's good. And then third, we had Bruce again, another Bruce from Jonathan Skit. And his one is a 4 Eden build, so yeah, alright, cool, with some draws and fronts, so it should just Rainbow. He's still running the Create Elemental Overtrigger. This is a set 1 play, wrong trigger. You want to go into the Dark States one. I think it's actually better nowadays. And then lastly, we've got Raiden with his Hexaorb deck, but it's updated now with grade second set stuff, not grade 2 stuff. But actually, no, it's true. You get more grade 2s, you get Owen, which is amazing. He's actually running a heavy grade 3 count, so he can profit off this off the order, the Mr. Knight order. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. I know like a lot of players just kind of sacrifice the grade 3 engine now because they have way more better grade 2s to run in grade 1s. But, you know, when you're playing Keta Sanctuary and half your game plan is stacking triggers, especially the Overtrigger, you want 3s to profit off that. So being able to get extra drive checks with it, it's pretty good too. So this is a pretty interesting way to do it. I do feel it's a bit more clunky though, but, you know, it went well for Raiden, so good job. Next, we have NY Card Fight. All right, Saturday's winner at Fordham Comics in Bronx was Bruce, piled by Ansoni. Winning comment, my letters are in the mail. Well, you did pretty good with that Leonard's, mate. All right, look, so let's see, where are the Leonard's gonna be? So I assume, you know, well, here, we got two here and 2 here. Done. There's the Leonard's. In the mail. Wow, that's, I don't know, you're in the US, right? I think, I hope your Leonards aren't lost, man. Congratulations, dude. Congratulations. Furthermore, second was Nathan playing Bastion, and the third was Nobody playing PBD. Yes, Nobody playing PBD. So there was a PBD, not Nobody was playing PBD. And then fourth was Jose playing a Bastion. All right, so good job. And then next we have is JJ Lee. All right, BTO2 winner box event. by GG Mr. Rogers, and second place with Bruce. Right, so he came second. Good job, good job. Bruce stronger. Bruce strong, but Bastion stronger is what he said. All right. I guess, because he lost to Bastion at the end. So, unlucky. Otherwise, his list was pretty standard as well. He's just running rainbow triggers and has just the 3 Edens and 3 Hellbars. 3 Hellbars. All right, pretty cool. All right, good job, man. We actually do have one Baromagnes list from Japan this week, and it is yeah, surprise, it's Baromagnes. Normally we don't see any of this. This just looks like a very he's running some tech that I like. This Time Girardi Dragon. I think if you've got an extra slot in your deck, run like one of it. Like one of it. It's good. You get it. It's good. If you don't get it, whatevs, right? His trigger lineup is like a rainbow lineup, so draws. Nearly saw that as stands, but it looks like it's a heal. And then there's a crits and fronts, and then he's still running Gingaram, which is a bit. I'd say it could be a bit outdated nowadays. There's kind of better cards, or the slot is wanting to be replaced by something else, but I don't really see any Brothers Soul here. So I guess he's running low orders, running some Gingaram. Probably doesn't really care about hitting that 15 soul as quick as turbo 15 soul as much. He's probably happy to just kind of sit around at 10 soul and just play that pressure game. So interesting. Next we've got the infinite Bastion decks that we are regularly seeing, and we can pretty much just say if they're new or not. If they're running any cards that aren't the front trigger and the order, then we call them a new deck. Otherwise, we just call them old deck. This one's new. It's running 2 Rafelsos. I think Rafelsos is seeing some slightly more play. Just overall, like, I guess people are willing to try more new things because it's technically near the end of the season, right? It's near the end of the season. You just want to have fun at locals. And Bruce, I don't know how many Bruces are out there, but from the amount of tops that we've seen, there's a lot, but not as many as not as dominating as the beginning, right? Not as dominating, and I guess we'll see why. So first, this is a new deck, 1 new deck, 2 new decks, all right? 4 Rafelsos, all right? Yeah, and the Painkiller as well. So 2 for new decks, all right? 2 for new. This one is just returning to the old, right? Very boring, nice. So 2-1. And then what is this? This is another new deck, all right? 3-1, still got the old order as well. But again, old order is good. 3-1. What about this? This one? No, okay. 3-2. Most of the time we see it as a 50-50, right? Last few weeks have been near 50-50. This one is a 4-2 though, right? We see the downswing even. Downswing coming back. And then more Rafelsos, so 4-2. Here is... yeah, unfortunately this one, 4-3, alright? It looks like it's gonna be pretty similar. 4-4, alright? Yeah, no new cards again. The oldies are coming back up. 4-5. Wow. Wow, this is more interesting than Bastion mirrors themselves. 4-6. Oh, we don't even see Prideful Dragon anymore. 4-6. I think is that all the Japanese? Okay, no, more Japanese lists. All right, 5-6. It's coming back, and then now we're finally back into real life or VG top decks again. We've got NY Card Fight again, so this was Sunday's tournament at Card Quest Inc. in Queens. Was attended by 23 players and was won by Raymond with Bastion. So congratulations. So first place was Raymond. Second place was Kevin Z playing Bruce. Third was Kendall C playing Snow. And fourth was Tiz N playing Bruce. So this one's a Control Bastion. We haven't really seen Control Bastion in a while now, just because normal Bastion just better. It's not. It's basically an entirely old deck as well, except for the front. So we can call this an old deck, right? So I guess what was it? We're at 5-7 now. Is it 5-7? Yeah, 5-7. What about this one? NY Card Fight tournament level. The winner at next level yesterday was Shark. All right, one of the best plays in NYC. And then he's got a quote here: "No matter how many people doubt you, just enjoy and find love in what you do, and you can make anything happen." That sounds like an NBA quote or something like, something like Michael Jordan would say that. And then PS, Bastion best deck. Bastion best deck indeed. And yeah, no, this is a pretty oldie list as well. So I think we're at like, what, 5-8? Something like that? 5-8? Very, very dominating this week with the with the oldies again. Top 4 is actually Bastion was with Shark, and second was Bastion with Paul, and then third was Bruce of Kevin Z. Oh, the Kevin Z, we've seen Kevin Z before. And then fourth was Bastion next. So this is like a 3 out of 4 was just Bastions, right? Bastion dominating NYC. And then yeah, lastly, this is the last deck. This is Angmo Lang. All right, good job. Seen this guy before. BTO2 winner box event by GG Mr. Rogers. First place at Bastion deck. And then notes, Bastion good deck lol. Thank you to JJ for hosting the event. It was a pleasure to participate. Good job, man. Good job. And you are running an old Bastion list as well. So I think it's like 5-9, right? 5-9? Something like that. Well, basically totally dominated by old list. And you can see why. Old Bastion is the best Bastion. So good stuff, good stuff. Next, we do have one Hexaorb list from Japan as well. You know, the one. Right? We had one Baro and one Hexaorb. Did we have a PBD? No one was sure, unfortunately. But, you know, Hexaorb, pretty cool. Just running some of the new cards. Compared to, like, the heavy grade 3 count, this is kind of a more standard build with more grade 2s. You know, you've got Deer Glass, which is a great card. And then Oween, and then just kind of going off that. So, yeah, alright, that's nice. Now, next we have the Monster Strike, right? This is the one collaboration clan that everyone either doesn't care about or really wants, but I don't think we're gonna get it. Maybe we are, but I don't think we are. Nothing has been announced. But Monster Strike, if you've been looking at the tournament results, they've been making a big splash in the metagame. And this week is actually a big splash. I'll say a big slap. But no, it's a big splash, all right? And here's the thing. There's actually more Monster Strike lists this week than there are Bruce or Bastion lists, right? Monster Strike actually taking it home, taking it big. At least locals, we've seen it do well in teams. In terms of in singles, we haven't really seen that many tops for it. We've seen it like once in a while, maybe a top 8s once in a while, but local-wise, it's doing very well, and I think that's a good thing, right? Because one, it's adding kind of at least slightly more variety to the scene, but also collab sets do have the potential to bring a lot of new players into the game, and if we're seeing a lot of Monster Strike lists top and do well, then these players either are like actually participating in tournaments, or like it's doing well, so it means you don't feel bad getting a collab set and playing, or it just means that a lot of top players have swapped over to a fun deck and are doing very well with it. So yeah, it's a bit of everything, but we'll go through this quickly as well, just because unfortunately we don't have it out in English yet. We're getting Token Rumble in English, but not Monster Strike. You know, might be a hard IP to get out. So first we've got a bunch of Uriel decks. Uriel decks have been doing very well in a lot of the scenes. Like we've got one, this is another one. Last few weeks, Uriels have been taking most of the top slots, and then at big tournaments, Uriel is the one that has been performing. So like 4, and then I think that was 5 Uriels. Anymore? No. I think only 5 Uriels this week. But although we see Uriel a lot in a lot of the scenes, right? The big tournaments, we do see in local scenes. We see like Laplas. This one does a lot too. This one has like retires and there's minus power, if I recall correctly. And then yes, 2 Laplas, 3 Laplas, yeah, 4 Laplas probably. There we go, 4 Laplas. And then the other big one that we see is Pandora, which is another minus power to your opponent's unit. And then, if your front row gets power as well. So it's like minus power, you get power, big power, lots of power, big powers. Basically it. So, you know, Pandora's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3. And then this is 4 Pandoras. And then now we see like the random ones. I mean, this one is Nostradamus. This one just gets power and give it another unit like 10k and a crit. This one is Benzaiten, which is just Sentinel restrict or auto restrict pretty much, and then on hit front row gets like 10k, so kind of annoying. And then we've got the random TD. This is the Excalibur, just like on attack, Persona Road, get stand one of you. So very simple, but there are a lot of Monster Strike lists this week, which is insane. It's actually good. It's good seeing collab sets do well. I don't like before we saw like once in a while we saw some Token Rumble lists when that was released. But you know, Monster Strike, good stuff. Shaman King, hopefully that does really well too and brings a lot of players in. Now, no, these collab sets are always like, you know, a hot topic amongst like, you know, a lot of the Western players, because we're just like, who cares? half the time. But you know, more blood into Vanguard is always good. And I guess if they could make better collab sets for the West, I think we're gonna be in pretty good state, right? If they want to do it. So I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about collab sets, and what would be a good collab set you think for the West if they could get like exclusive collab sets. Right. Let's move on. Let's move on. So here we have Nirvanas. All right, big drop offs. I think we're moving on to, at least in local wise, we're gonna move on to like more kind of Randy lists. the Randys, right? The Randy list. Nirvana, not really a Randy list. This has done really well at big tournaments now. Just one of the big rises, apart from Monster Strike. So we can see like kind of the evolution, at least in the big tournaments. They totally cut out Valientes. At local level, we still see Valientes randomly. This guy didn't run it. This guy didn't run it. He just ran a very standard build. Just, you know, the Togashirashi and then the Arunas. And then we've got the draws here. We've been seeing like a big change by the frontal draws, right? Frontal draws. But that's kind of the thing. Here we see no Valientes as well. So maybe the Valientes start being phased out of these lists at the local level too, when they're looking at the big boys. Like, wow, that one, I'm gonna copy that as well, right? So yeah, no Valientes here. Like seeing 3 Virenas and things are kind of like where it's at. So that's where that extra slots have moved to, and then just moved to the grade 1 slots for this basically Aruna Togashirashi combo. This is basically the same deck that we've just been seeing before, except slightly more hollows. And then here we have Iki card shop in Indonesia. He's still running, still got the Valientes, this was Robin's deck, or Robin/Azu, right? Robin/Azu. Yeah, good job. And you know, because he's running Valientes, there's only like, he had to cut a few grade 1s, but that's kind of okay. A few grade 1s and a Virena, right? Next we had Checkmate Vanguard. All right, week 11 Rivals Gaming Overdress 20 results. Sorry, forgot to post this last week. That's fine. It's fine. Literally the same decks tops. Oh, okay. So consistency. First place was Nirvana. This one's a weird list. This one's a weird list. Do you see what I'm seeing? Right? Do you see what I'm seeing? Right? I see there's a random Overlord here. And the question is why? Why are we seeing an Overlord? It's actually not a standard list that we've been seeing in the past few lists, right? If you look at it, only 3 Trickstar, 1 Overlord. That's like the things that kind of stand out. But then he's running for like 2 Horn of Blessing to kind of cycle through the deck. Actually, no, there's 4 Trickstar. I just totally missed the one at the top. Yeah, there's 2 Horn of Blessing. So running the extra Virena Valiente kind of makes a bit more sense, because you want to abuse this card. Basically, this and this is the best targets, because Valiente overall is not a great target. But the random Overlord, I don't know. I don't know about the random Overlord. What do you guys think? I think the random Overlord is a bit... That's kind of strange, right? It's kind of strange. I mean, is it a random tech? It's like, you thought you were safe, but not anymore. Bam. Good job. And then we have Nick Jack 23, Deuce Remote Fight Server. This is Ryan Roosley playing Dragon Empire Nirvana, and he's still got 2 Valientes here, it seems. Just cutting out some of the grade 1s, but apart from that, it's just a very straightforward Nirvana list. Second place, we've got Ray Wanessa playing Dark States Baromagnes. Alright, you don't normally see Baromagnes, Ray? Really? Alright. And yeah, it's 3 Brother Soul, 3 of the new Anomaly, and then no draws. Actually, no draws, right? 2 Gungaram. Looks like only 2 Sonica as well. So maybe this is more of a list that is... Well, it looks like from this you want to kind of turbo a bit to 15 ASAP, but... Huh. That's doesn't it feel like without like certain cards would be pretty slow? Right? Don't you... I don't know. I think, yeah, he did pretty well though. Second place, not bad. Alright, and then third we have Neil with Bruce, I think. Oh, Neil with Bruce again. Do we see this list already? But yeah, no, I think we see this one. I think we see this is the tournament that Neil came third in. So good job, boys. Good job. Next we have some Eugenes. Right, Eugene. This is from Japan. So none of the crazy, you know, Eugene tops from like the western side, right? Because they're doing the Eugene. I don't know. gauntlet. It should be the PBD gauntlet now, right? Should be the PBD gauntlet. But got the Tri-Bash. Still running Sunlight Punishment, which is kind of like a... Do you really need it now? Like, really? It feels like you have better cards now that you don't really need the punishment. But then, you know, one Nigel, one of this. Only two Kizan Rages. It looks like he's not running the girl, I don't know, is it... I don't know the name. It's like Shibura Bango or something like that. It looks kind of Murakumo-ish, but it kind of makes empty slots. So it's not running that at all. Not running that at all. So it's kind of interesting. Alright, nice. And then we got... Wait, hang on. Running two more... Oh, is he running... Oh, running Chris, eh? Oh, like heaps of fronts. Heaps of fronts, like front man. Nice. Alright, cool. Yeah, Overlord list. Let's look at those. This one is just a pretty standard Overlord list now. Right? Pretty standard Overlord list. You either go aggressive with the 15k beaters, or you run not aggressive. You run defensive with the order cards. Looks like this guy is just running kind of control-ish as well. He's running you know, 3 Tension Stead, 4 Togashi Rashi, and then 2 Kizan Reigis to be able to pop control some back rows, which is pretty nice. See Kizan Reigi pop up a few times in basically a lot of the Tokyo lists in Nirvana, just to use the extra soul from Togashi Rashi. So seeing it in Overlord, I guess it's just a natural progression, right? Just running a few copies of this to lock down columns. Pretty nice. And then this is Tension Steads, yeah. Has it got the 15k beaters or the Renos, anything like that? Oh, no, it's just running 2 of this guy, and that's kind of it. Alright, nice. Overlord here, he's running 2 of these order. The attack back row order, with some defensive orders, and then some draws. Draws, no fronts, 15k attackers. Alright, cool. No fronts, okay. That was from Card Nation, by the way. Card Nation, Vanguard Day. Champion was actually Brandgate, and run-up Dragon Empire, so... okay, here we go. So, Champion Brand... So this should be way in the Brandgate section. This should be in the Brandgate section. More Orfists. That's good. It's good. Very good Orfist this, I think. You know, the World Searcher, World Top 3 Checker with the... Pretty much, I think this is like the correct amount of orders. Right, correct amount of orders. You know, just one of the Eclipsing Moonlight, and then, you know, you can run as many of the... You basically run like 4 of this, because this is just a hand filter, right? And then like 2 or 3 copies of this, and then you can kind of search it out, and it just works fine. So I think I like this list. Good Orfist list. Good Orfist list. And then we have another list here. We have just Overlord with Tri-Bash. I have been told that is, I think it's the best build, apparently. The Tri-Bash is giving extra power is really nice on Overlord things. So, yeah, cool. Nice to see that happening. Some defensive orders. And then we have, lastly here, is just a defensive... kind of defensive slash offensive focused. It's a balanced list I get. You know, you got Tri-Bash for pressure, 15k beater, and then, you know, you got the 15k orders, and then here you just don't have well, you got readers for aggressiveness. The thing you cut is Togashi Rashi, right? You don't have any of it, so you don't care about the soul. And I guess that's okay. You just learn to use your soul well, right? We have some Magnolias, right? Magnolia doing... I think Magnolia is pretty cool, right? This is a Zognolia list, right? More orders, not heavy orders, more orders than expected. Running a pretty... It's kind of an interesting, weird hybrid, right? You're running like 4 wild intelligences so that you kind of just grab things that you need when you have it in your hand. And then you've got 2 more of basically like a monster bonds. It's 2 spiritual condensation and 4 wild intelligence that lets you establish your field. And I think this is pretty interesting because you're running one of a lot of cards, right? 1 Kuchi, 1 Ursula, 1 Mantis, only 2 Damainaru, which is interesting. But yeah, you're running a lot of like 1-offs slash 2-offs of everything, but because you run 4 wild intelligence, you can kind of get them back, which is pretty cool. And you can also get back your Magnolias and Ghost Chase them back. So you've got a lot of options here that you can play with. So it's kind of running like the Zorga style of deck in Magnolia, right? Zorga toolbox in Magnolia, which is interesting. It's actually very interesting. We've been seeing a lot of all this. We just run 4 Ursulas and 4 Kuchis. Just go movie, right? But this one more, slightly more technical, which is kind of cool to see. All right, so good deck. I think it's a cool deck. Here we see a more of the old style of the Kuchi combo. Coochie combo. And just this is like a, well, this is still a Magnolia list, right? Two Zorg, the husks there, and then just like what, six orders? 7 orders of the nectar, right? 7 orders. So yeah, kind of different from the one that we saw before. And then lastly, we have a Magnolia list from Checkmate Vanguard. So week 12 Rivals Gaming. As for last night, different story entirely. Many new gets breaking into top 3. So yeah, so we saw like a bunch of like what, Dragon Empires. I think this is the first Magnolia list maybe we saw from Rivals Gaming. And this is just the Coochie build. It is, right? So Ursula Coochie, is this pure? I think this might be pure. Yeah, pure list here. And pure means only the 4 wild intelligence. But apart from that, it's just a pretty straightforward list. So pretty good, pretty good. We have some Zorgas. We have some Zorgas. All right, and I like some of these Zorgas. I'm just saying, right? When I see three agony, I'm a huge fan. I'm a huge fan. I know a lot of people just go, you suck because you like agony. No, man. I think agony is better than regurgitation. Screw regurgitation, bro. Cut it down to 1. All right, agony makes you a free field. Right, basically free because you have Hendrina, and then he gives power. So agony, man, you guys are haters. You guys are haters. But this guy ran 3 agony. He knows what's up. So good job, bro. Right, you listen to the fam, man. 3 agony lists, you know, 4 despairs. That's normal. 2 regurgitation. Sure, all right, I'll give you that. Not running Ghost Chase, unfortunate, but 4 spect, 4 condensation. It's there, right? So a pretty good. No sharks. I don't really give a toss about the sharks, to be honest. No, I can run 1 or none. I don't really care. It just feels like you do use a few soul, and shark is a pretty heavy. Like there's like 1 niche use that I see when I see a shark. Right? There's 1 thing I will use it for, but if I don't hit those times, I'm just gonna spam and jam with despairs and not really care about the shark. So yeah, I'm happy with no sharks. This one, next one. He's got 2 agonies. Yeah, that's fine. Nectar. He's a nectar player. I think like a lot of lists are split between running nectars or not, and if you want to or not, I guess. So he wants to run nectar. He's running 2 sharks, so slightly different ideas here. You know, running more sharks. By the way, is that a Shieldfisher dragon? Yeah, I think that's a Shieldfisher. Wow. I think people run like 1 random Shieldfisher nowadays, so you have another grade 3 target they can use on regurgitation against things like Bastion. And then, hey, you got an 18k beater by himself, so that's nice. Right, 18's better than 13, so yeah. And then lastly, we have another one, and this is a 3 agony build. Oh, 3 agony. This guy's doing everything. He's got 3 agonies, he's got 3 despairs, 3 nectars. He doesn't know which one's better, so just run them all. He's still got 2 sharks. He's actually got a really good phone, right? This is the clearest Zorga list I think we've seen the entire night. So good job, man. Good job. And then he's got 4 condensation. No Ghost Chase. No Ghost Chase. So well, Ghost Chase falling out of favor. Everyone just wants to beat down his opponent. But I guess that's true. Because Zorga is a 3 attacker deck, and you don't have time to sit around and grind. You just want to bash face as quick as possible. So I can take that. Right? I can see. So yeah, cool Zorga list. All right, we've got prisons. Prisons, huge reduction in prison lists this week. Right, basically all the wins play Monster Strike. All they say though, or watch the Olympics, something like that. This is one of those lists that I actually don't like. They're running 4 Lemones, but nothing to contribute to that Lemones. Right, 4 Lemones. What are you gonna do with Lemones? It's basically a vanilla card, honestly. Well, you get two into your prison. You automatically get 2 so easily with like bug motors, and then everything just puts things there. Right, so Lemone in this list doesn't really contribute much, so it's falling into that. I don't know. Not a huge fan. Not a huge fan. Next prison list we have here. Is he running Lemones? No, he's running. Yeah, nothing. Just a very standard list. Oh no, he could run people running the order can run Lemones, right? That's what I see. But he's actually split between everything. So that's fine. It's fine. It's a good job. Next prison list we have here is he's got a Lemone list, but yeah, that's okay. He's running 1. He's got a few. I think we've seen this list before. Did we? I think the same guy probably top twice. Because I swear I saw some people running the defense stuff in a bunch of one-offs here. So Oh, he's consistent. Ah, no, that's right. This is the guy that's not running 4 Rouges, right? It's like a 2 Rouge deck. Ugh. Rouge is so good, as if you had not run 4. Not a fan. Not a fan. Here we have is he running? Oh, he's running like one of this, right? Remember Prison World? This guy's running like a 1 prison society. I guess it's fine, right? Basically, this is just a CB1 get 15k. Apart from that, you know, this is just fills your filler slot. I can dig that. You can use your CB for other stuff. The rest of the deck is pretty good. He's not running Lamone, so I automatically approve. Next, we have the Stagmont Remote Locals D Standard Vanguard 30 people remote special. Right, first was Hand Trap Prison. Hand traps. Okay, that's what it's called now. Yes, Hand Trap Prison. Are there actually any hand traps? Is there any hand traps? It's got to be that order, right? But there's no order that hand traps them. Well, there's one. That doesn't really count as a hand trap, right? Not really any defensive orders. It's got Chula Moon. It came first, so I guess you came first. So nothing to say. Good job. Second place was Baromagnes. Another Baromagnes. Nice. Ames 04. That is a name that we see. All right. So good job. Coming second, and third was another prison. Right. All right. 2 prisons. This is okay. This is definitely way more hand trap than the first prison, I think. Right? Because at least this guy is trapping his hand. The other one, it's like running one off. So I don't know. Alright, this should be the hand trap, right? Representation-wise, the highest was actually prison. They had 7 prison players versus 6 Bruce and 4 Bastion. That's pretty crazy. All these prison players. And then lastly got Aaron P. Tomset, got 3rd place at locals with Best Girl Snow. When X1 only lost to Bruce, who checked over trigger early in both games. Feels bad. Yep, that's what happens, man. That's what happens. So first was Hexaorb, second was Bruce, and third was Snow at the tournament. Alright. The extra copies of Kyanite Blue came in clutch a number of times. So Kyanite Blue is the ride line one, right? Yeah, because it's just pretty much written just like a CB1 like Sobas on draw card, right? So no fuss, no fuss, just draw. You just draw. So I can see why, and like you can run 4, you can do like 4-1, but you know 3-2 is fine. You don't always want to. You just sometimes just want to no fussy draw 1 card, so it's good. The rest of the deck is just pretty standard as well. You know, got the 3 cards there. So yeah, very good list. Good job, come in third, and it happens, man. It happens. Over trigger happens. And lastly, got some Orfist. We got some Orfist. JP Orfist. I think recently I saw a lot of Orfist decks only run 2 of this, which I think is alright. It's alright. But the rest of the list is just pretty standard nowadays. We've seen a lot of it. This one's running more defensive cards though, which is interesting. Next we have is kind of a world build one, but he's running 4 of this. This is wrong. I think this is a bit excessive, man. Like you don't need 4 of that. You can run more ties. You basically get this card whenever you want. I think it's kind of interesting. I'm not sure if this is intended or not, but there's a few people like running X copies of just the TD PG, and is there that many decks that have like guard restrict, like the Menace kind of restricts nowadays that you'd want to run the TD on? I don't know, right? Unless these cards are just so expensive now, but that sounds wrong too, right? That sounds wrong too. So yeah, alright, cool. Then we've got one that's doing the 2-3, and then it's kind of running a bunch of random cards, flex cards here, which is alright. You know, doing some like even running the PR. I don't even recall any PRs being that good. And then here we have like a 4-1-3, which is cool. Like I think this is a very standard build of prison now. Not prison, Orfist. The other one is just the Estelate build, which is. But you know, we've seen a lot more builds running this one. I guess if Nirvana is more of a thing, then you having the retires to retire off the Nirvana is pretty good. So that's nice. And then here we've got Ian Bun. And won my locals tonight using Orfist once again. Smiley face. So Nice, good job. You know, look at that bait. Look at that bait. He's got three Moonlight. Is he running what kind of build is this? He's got as the attack column grade 3, right? So kind of the old style of Orfist with new cards. That's cool. He's setting up a huge rush, I guess, early game and trying to continue that. So that's cool. Good job, good job. Then last we got Danamus, the Gamers Emporium World Standard Tournament. First was Bastion, second was Orfist, and that was him. And third was Orfist, and then fourth was Orfist. So lots of Orfists. First locals in almost a year. Feels good to be playing with the local homies again, flipping yellow cards. Max rarity Orfist combo has almost been achieved. Yeah, nearly there, man. Nearly there. He's got the 3-2 as well. 3-2. Cool. He's running the Isolate build, so pretty nice. If you guys want a net deck list, you've got a perfectly fine world list here and an Isolate build list here as well this week. So very, very, very simple and clean. Right, simple and clean. So you're nearly there. Nearly there. What do you actually miss? Oh, he's missing a Thumbarino, eh? Missing one Thumbarino to be max tune. Max tune. So good job, man. Good job. And that is all the overdress we have this week. Let's move on to V and Premium, because there's actually quite a lot of Premium lists this week. A lot of people experimenting. So we have a few V this week, and I can see why. V is kind of... V right now is a bit boring, because it's only going to get way more interesting when some cards are released very, very soon. Right? So right now we're still playing like this old format. I know there's some WGPs in Japan, but you know, it's the old stuff, right? Look at this Himiko list. It's old, it won a locals, that's cool. But well, looks like the guy likes Toa, apparently. But yeah, no, that's kind of it. We've seen the Himiko list before. Look at this guy. This is I still can't say the name. And Lucky Ramiel is easy to say, right? Lucky Ramiel is easy to say. But yeah, we've got an M&M list here. It's low quality, unfortunately, so we can kind of skip it a bit, right? But Arcade doing its thing. Zoo list, we've got some Great Nature, right? Big Belly list. That's actually interesting. People running Big Belly, I still think Hamsuke is better, right? Hamsuke is better. If you're talking about like the better Great Nature decks, or cool. And then we got some Hikawa Skies here with the Gamer Missy Weekly Remote Fight Tournament. First place was Highlander and it was Hikawa, right? Congratulations. I nearly thought you were Beckham for a sec there, but then I saw the mat. Can't be Beckham, right? First place was Hikawa, second place was Mordred, which was Jimmick, and then third place was Fenrir Regalia, which is Hyada? Hyada? I don't know if I said it properly, but good job. Yeah, you know, Highlander list. It's amazing. What is with Highlander? I think like everyone's just randomly topping with Highlander in Southeast Asia. What's with that? Right? What's with that? Is this a Southeast Asia thing? Right? Here's the Mordred PBD list, right? So good old Mordred with the Superior Eyes. That's cool. It's cool. And that's all the lists that were revealed, right? And then we have some Premium. So Premium. Hey, so this is a newer dire list. This is from 984 Smurth. Came second. He came second. I'm sorry for breeding Neuro, because it's the only deck I can play, and pieces for other decks I'm interested are hard to find. Well, no, are fine to hard. Nobody here is willing to help me, lol. It's okay. His second comment was Pot Frizz. Oh, sorry, I didn't do very well in English back. It's fine. It's better than you're better than the Japanese people. You know when they're trying to speak English. Right? It's okay. We can understand it. Yeah. So all right, good old Nua Dyer. Actually being able to play Nua Dyer as well. A lot of people are running custom banners for the premium tournament, and that is kind of interesting. Normally, personally speaking, I usually don't give that much of a toss about custom banners, because you know, usually it's not that bad, right? Usually it's not that bad. If a tournament runs a custom ban list, you know, people usually don't take it seriously. But the reality is, right, Premium is at a stage where everyone is in agreement that it is right now very broken. So everyone's running custom ban lists, trying to make a fun tournament environment. You know, that's cool. That's cool. It's nice seeing people try, right? It's nice seeing people try. But this one, you can kind of just see, yeah, this is not a custom ban list tournament. It is just straight up right now Premium. Here's Nuadio, Lamau, right? Boom, destroy. He only lost to Hellheart 8, by the way, which is interesting. Hellheart 8. I hate that deck. I hate that deck too. Right, good job, good job, man. And then second was we got some Megalonica stuff. This is Aqua Force, right? Look at these markers, man. Wow, pretty slick. We see some of the new stuff going into Aqua Force, like Spiritual Body Condensation. Normally, like I know we saw some lists which ran like a bunch of, you know, the Bobblehead Zorga kids draw a bunch of cards. So just running this to just make more rush, it looks like, and just beat down his opponent pretty hard, as quick as he can. So just good old. Most of it is standard as well. A lot of these standard cards, right? Yeah, most of it's standard because they make Excel markers. But you know, there's some old cards splashed in, like this Tidal Assault. Is that all? Could be the new one actually. I think it's a new one because it's got a silver border. It's got a silver border. Yeah. So we've got basically just a whole standard build, and then you put in some of the new D stuff to get some recursion, and then you just off. Alright, just pop it off. So pretty good. Pretty good. Ben's Collection Fun 20 score. It's from Marcel Co. And only loss was to Highlander, being super lucky. Played perfectly this whole tourney. Yeah, good job. Good job, Marcel. And then we have Duotra, Ben's Collection Tournament. There were some... so apparently there was some custom bands as well. So to 0, Nuadayo, Gasteel, Grade 4, Songster, Zarzan, and Bendy. Right? And then Taro to 1 in stands only trigger when Vanguard checks. That's a good way to get around. So yeah, Highlander taking some dubs too. This is from Light X Dark, right? And then second was Yobo33 playing Vanquisher. Right, Vanquisher's cool. Vanquisher cool. Like this is mostly stand-up plus Vanquisher as well, so nice. And third was the 25 SP Aqua Force. We saw this one just then. 25 SP Aqua Force. Is that what it's called? Is that what it's called? 25 SP Aqua Force. Nice. We have some Dark Zones. I don't know, there's like 2 Pale Moon lists this week. One was by Kuroneko, Caesar Cards National Day Special Premium. Please don't take this list super seriously. Mashed it in like 10 minutes. Note, yes, I only just realized I played 8 grade 2s. Don't take this like very super seriously, eh? It went third place of it. So, alright, it's cool. It's cool. I guess we won't take it super seriously, right? Don't take it super seriously. Instead, take this one more serious. This was by Vision Case. Event CGU TCG Fest. There was a custom ban list for this as well, really? Custom ban list for this? Wow, okay. Yeah, he came second place. He came second place of Harry, so good stuff. Event was hella scuffed. Yes, we did hear some stories about this. I'm surprised he's not using the mat. He's using the card icon mat. What happened to the event mat? But yes, this is another Pale Moon list. According to Kuroneko before, don't take his one seriously, so you should take this one more serious than the other one. I think it's pretty good, right? He's running how many grade 2s? He's running at least 7 here, right? 11 grade 2s, so a bit more than just the 8. So good stuff. And then lastly, we have Vietnam Premium Custom Banlist Tour. All right, we have first place with Nguyen Chong playing Dimension Please, first place, okay. Second place was Leming Seng playing Bermuda Triangle. Third place was Nguyen Ming Kwang playing Kagero, and fourth place was Chao Tang Kwang playing Nubatama. And here is the ban list. So this was a custom one. So let's see what has changed. Looks like Zarzan was banned, alright. Gasteel Diamond Ass was banned. Bendy banned, alright, Bendy. Chaos Breaker Dragon banned. Wow. Okay, that's interesting. That's a really Chaos? Okay. I can dig that. Choice Restrict. Yeah, that one's there. Nuadar and Hyuga. Okay, I can dig that too. Okay, I'm on this Choice Restrict list. People say this doesn't do anything because people can just run more cards that turn into other cards and you have the same problem. And if they want to do that, they can, right? It means they're committing more to this play rather than just CB1 for Hyuga every turn and winning. If a player builds their deck and can actually get 5 of the same cards on the field, that is not just flipping a Hyuga and going, everything's a Hyuga now, I think that is better than just outright banning the card. And if Nubatama is still a problem after that, because it's just so consistent to do like, to make every turn 5 of the same cards, because you have to remember, a lot of the cards only last, like, stay the same name for 1 turn. And then like, after that turn, if your opponent doesn't retire them, and they're still staying the same name, sure, they can do that. But also a lot of ways to clone cards, especially the older stuff, is you have to CB a lot. So you have 1 turn of super CB, but then where's the turns after, right? You don't just automatically instantly win with 1 Nubatama. So, you know, there's much more control in the game rather than just CB1, I get Nubatama, you're just automatically dead, and that's it. So I'm fine with this. And if Nubatama is still a problem, then sure, right, we can ban it. But we don't have to jump straight to the ban train. So that's pretty cool. I can do it. And then Neo Nectar. Is this Cyclone, Inez, and Katrina? Oh. This seems... This is new, right? This is new. And then what? Genesis, we've got Taro to 1. I think, yeah, that's Dorian, Crook, Laurel. And then Restrictors first Vanguard with Kriff and Kaliko. And then the special was Stand Trigger, Can't Stand, Vision Token, and a Valkyrian. Okay. Alright, so that was kind of the list. Let's see. First place, we've got the Dimension Police. Alright, so this is just pure Jigen Robo. This is pure Dimensional Police. Lots of crit. This guy's running 11 crit in the Brand Gain Over Trigger. But he's also running Goryusha, so you can Superior Ride up. The whole deck is pretty much just D-Robos, and then early stride, get a bunch of crit. I guess it works. If it works, it works. So, good stuff. D-Robo can get super tanky as well because of the Magma Man. Yeah, Magma Man. So, yeah, good interesting list. Lots of crits. Get trigger up early, get a brand trigger, just destroy them, right? Easy game. Next, what was this? Highlander Harmony. Right, Highlander Harmony. So, pretty much a huge Highlander build, but he's running multiple of the same triggers, right? So that means he's probably not running the stride, right? I don't think he's running the stride, the Harmony stride. Or the Highlander stride, I mean. But apart from that, yeah, he's the Harmony cards. He's trying to get multiple Harmonies in Highlander, so he can use Alk. Okay, yeah, I guess that's, if it works, it works. So good job. There's a few Harmony cards splashed in. You just need to make a Harmony and just slam, right? Cool. Right, nice. And then next we have is a Kagero list, the Cross Legion. This one's just pretty straightforward. Good old the Cross. Yeah, 2-2 split, and then, you know, draws, crits. Yeah. Very standard. This is a much more standard list than the stuff that we just saw before. Kagero Overlord still being Overlord. And then lastly we have the Nuba Dominate build. And it's just Shiranui with the Mizukaze. Yes, I remember this card's name now. Running much more crits. Normally we see a lot of draws for Nubatama. This one's just going face, doing work. And 2 Tempest for you to flip things up, because your first stride as Nubatama is absolute garbage. Usually. Like, these are terrible. These are terrible first strides. You want to, like, even before, you always want to say Rinne for getting the 10k and the crit, because that's where it kills opponents. You know, first stride Rinne is like, oh, that's cute. It's cute, but, you know, when the second stride and third stride Rinne's pop off, that's when you have issues. So yeah, overall, yeah, that's pretty cool. Nuba doing well. Not a Jamio Congo build as well, so you can run the Rinne. But yeah, cool stuff. All right, and lastly, we got some Discords. Let's go check that. So okay, we got Usagi-san got first place last night with this. So first place with his Bruce. All right, good. I feel like I've kind of seen this list before. Maybe it's the mat. Maybe it's the sleeves. But yeah, good job, Usagi-san. And then next we have his buddy's first place Orfist list from the last weekend. So Orfist again. It's such a Western. Look at this map though. Look at this back. This is a Fate. This is the Fate Prototype, right? Is it? Or is it Fate Apocrypha? I know this symbol is from Fate Prototype, but I don't know if Apocrypha took this symbol thing for John as well. So yeah, nice side boob. I mean, nice deck. Nice deck. Next, we have the I think this is a E-Monters Vanguard D Remote Fight Tournament in Malaysia. First place was Champ. Yeah, I think we've seen Champ before, right? NCG Darren P. Right, with Bastion. He's running a Rafalsos, 2 Rafalsos on the list. And there's 4 orders, so good job, good job. Second, we have Kibist playing Zorga. All right, Zorga. He's only running 1 Agni though, so I'm slightly disappointed. But you know, 2 Shark, 2 Hydro. Is that Hydro Rail? Or I don't know, Hydro Rail, or just it's just a grey 3. It's a grey 3, and then you know some 3/2. Yeah, it's pretty standard, pretty standard. And then lastly, we've got Juju Biraze. Jujube Azreen, sorry, it got cut off. Yeah, Jujube Azreen playing Bruce. And just, you know, 3 extra front? Really? I think you can just run a, I don't know. I feel like the 5k and 4k difference, you might as well just run 4 of this. 4 of this, change the over trigger, and you got a good deck. But he came 3rd, so good job. Good job. And that is it, that is it, everyone. That is all the lists this week for VG Top Decks. Remember, if you want to submit it, hashtag VG Top Decks on Twitter, or go to the Discord and submit it in the VG Top Deck submission channel. I do prefer you put on Twitter though, just because it's easier formatting. But yeah, that's it. Next week, I think we'll have one more Top Decks before we see the impact of Lyrical Monasterio. But I think on the Monday after that, Monday after the Lyrical Monasterio release will be interesting. We'll see if any of the big tournaments were impacted by that, and that'll be good to see. So that's it, guys. Hope it didn't last too long this time. And yeah, enjoy. Stay safe. I know everywhere is having some Delta strains, so sometimes it might just be better to play some remote fight, get yourself trained up for December in the Bushiroad Rumble, than maybe taking some risks that you might regret. Right, you might regret. So most importantly, yeah, stay safe, have fun. And then let me know what you guys think of this week's list in the comments below. And I'll see you guys next week. Alright? Bye. Or tomorrow. Or Saturday. I don't know. Yeah.